Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Oil Camp. We are so excited to learn and grow with you this next week. I know it's only Saturday, and we're happy you're popping in to see us today to meet all the coaches that we're going to have. And there'll be other coaches that will pop in and out through Oil Camp, but these are our main leaders on my team, jOILful. So I want to start by introducing Robin. Robin is actually my niece, and I'll let her tell you where she lives and a little bit about what she loves about the oils.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, like my Aunt Liz said, and I currently live in Tampa, Florida, and I've been oiling for about 4.5 years now, and I can hardly believe it. I am so excited that you guys are here today and that you decided to spend your time with us, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you, to answer some questions, and to just get you acclimated to the oil culture. I have some things that I'd like to share with you, and I can't wait to tell you. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Robin. Next, we're going to meet Lisa. Lisa she and her husband Scott were the youth pastor when my oldest two children, Carolyn and Christopher, were growing up when we lived out in Pennsylvania. So I bumped into Lisa a few years ago and traveling through Pennsylvania and was able to go there and have a class, and we're so excited that she's a part of our team now. Lisa?
Hi everybody, my name is Lisa Mitchell and we live in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania, and we have 3 kids, and the oils have been absolutely life-changing for us. And I'll be sharing a little bit of my story throughout Oil Camp, but you'll want to grab a notebook and a pen and keep notes because you're going to learn so much. Don't be afraid to ask questions and make comments, and we'll be there to help coach you along and answer those questions for you. And again, you'll hear our personal stories throughout Oil Camp. Have a great time.
Thank you, Lisa. Next, we're going to meet John. John and his wife, Katie, are in the ministry as well. And John is married to just a darling lady and they're expecting another baby. Really excited about that. But Katie was a little girl when I was teaching in Pennsylvania. And we reconnected a few years ago, and they joined our team. So, John, can you share with us a little bit?
Hi, as Liz said, my name is John Morris. I'm a pastor in North Carolina. I live in Troy, North Carolina, and oils have changed my life. I am not the same person I was 3 years ago. Once I started using oils, everything changed for the better. And I can't wait to share with you how you also can have a changed life through using doTERRA essential oils.
Thank you, John. What's your favorite oil?
My favorite oil by far is Melaleuca. I absolutely love Melaleuca because the biggest reason, it helps with my little girl's teething, and I don't have to hear her cry, and that is magical.
Awesome. That's great. John also has a lot of stories. He and Katie have these little ones, so we all of us have children at different ages, so you're going to get a great variety of advice throughout camp. So don't be afraid, like Lisa said, to ask those questions. Every question's a good question because somebody's thinking it even if they're not saying it. So ask the question so that we have an opportunity to really get in there and coach. All right, next we are going to hear from Cindy. Cindy and her husband Dan are wonderful friends of ours, and Dan, I knew Dan many years ago when I was in youth group, and I was young, very young. I was only 13 years old, and my dad talked to another youth pastor and said, hey, I'd love for my daughter to be able to go to the youth group at your church, but I have no way to get her there. Is there somebody that can pick her up? And he said, well, I've got a nice young man in my group. And Dan was getting ready to go off to college the next year, but he was willing to come by and pick me up and take me so I could be part of that youth group. And we reconnected after 43 years, I think it was. It was kind of interesting, found each other on Facebook. But I want you to meet Cindy. She's just become a lovely, lovely friend to us.
Howdy, folks, from the great state of Texas. This is Cindy, and my husband's name is Dan. We've been using the oils for several years now, but I've only been actively building, I might could stretch it and say, for about a year now. I'm so glad you're going to be joining us with Oil Camp. If you're like me, you're a little hesitant about it and you're scared, but don't be afraid. We're here to help. Ask any questions. We'd be happy to help. And so glad you're here, and have a blessed day. My favorite oil, by the way, is Balance. It keeps me grounded and keeps me going throughout the day.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites too. I use it every morning on my wrist. Dr. Hill says you can put it on your feet, the bottoms of your feet, or on your wrist, and get your day started. I also use it again in the afternoon when I feel that little slump coming on, and you'd like to take a nap, but you can't do it. So just throw some more Balance on your wrist or on the bottoms of your feet, and you're good to go again. All right, let's see what we've got next. Oh, Jim and Judy. Jim and Judy, we bumped into in Albuquerque. We both had, our RV was broken down, and I'll let them tell you what was broken down for them. But everything has righted itself, and we are so tickled with the way God brings people into our lives and how we become friends. So we've been very blessed to know Jim and Judy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim, and this is my wonderful wife, Judy. We are coming to you from the inside of our truck. We have a strange occupation. We're truck drivers, and we drive all over the country. Like Liz says, we met her out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Our truck was broke down, and our generator wasn't working, and hers wasn't either. And so we met, and we talked, and now we do oils, and that was 4 years ago. We are from Northwest Ohio, and we are so blessed and so fortunate to have been introduced to the oils, and they have changed our lives and made such a difference. We're looking forward to being coaches in the oil camp this week. We think you'll all learn something. It's a great opportunity to get to know some fabulous people from all over the country and make some great friends. So we'll be here for you. We'll have questions for your answers, hopefully, and make some new friends. Well, we'll have something. I'm not for sure what, but we'll have something. So enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Now you can tell Jim is a big Jeopardy person. He likes the answers before the questions.
That's the way it should be.
I love that. I love that. I love that we've got men in our camp. So your husbands can come along with you. A lot of you are men in doTERRA, the ones who are really working the business opportunity that we have. A lot of them are men. So it's always wonderful to have men join, and so that it helps the husbands that come along and want to go to camp. So let's see here. We are going to talk to Debbie next, Debbie Norris. And I met Debbie when she and her husband came to our church in Utah. And I got to meet them, and I'm so excited about what they do with their lives. And I'm going to let her share a little bit of that with you. Debbie?
Hi, my name is Debbie Norris, and I live in the beautiful city of Page, Arizona. And I have enjoyed using the oils. It's been almost 3 years now that I started using them, and it made a real big difference in my life and in my mother's life, and now in my grandchildren's life. So I have 8 grandchildren, and they've all been using oils. So it's really fun to watch them growing up using oils. My favorite oil is Digest Zen, because that's what changed my life. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you all at camp. It's a great week, couple weeks of learning and just so much fun. You do all kinds of projects and just learn how to use the oils. So we really look forward to meeting you and trying to answer your questions.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. I love the place that she lives. She's right there at the edge of Lake Powell, a cute little town. We had the privilege to visit several years ago and spend some time in one of the houses that the people who designed the Glen Canyon Dam lived in. The engineers and so forth lived in those homes, and they now rent them out. It's just, if you ever get a chance to go visit Lake Powell, it's not too far from the Grand Canyon, the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and not too far from Kanab, where a lot of our Westerns were filmed, the old Westerns. You can stay in the old hotel there that has, still has the names on the door of the people who stayed there. Ronald Reagan, Gregory Peck, just different ones. It's interesting. So we stay in the Gregory Peck room because he had a secretary that traveled with him, and our boys could, when our boys were at home, they could sleep in that adjoining room. So it was kind of cool. All right, let's see. We want to finish with Jennifer Kendall. Jennifer and I worked together in Chattanooga. Oh my word, that really took me back. In Salt Lake City, Utah. My husband and I own a catering business in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Jennifer and her husband had come out to that area. Her husband's an engineer and worked at a local dairy there. Jennifer was finishing up her studies at the University of Utah, and they came to our little church out in Tooele, Utah. And then Jennifer helped me in my catering business, and I loved working with her at that time years ago. And it was so cool to connect with them when they traveled through Tooele years after they moved. And then they had 2 little girls, and they're just beautiful girls that are all grown up now and teenagers, but they're just lovely ladies. And Jennifer is, I enjoy working with her now. We have a wonderful working relationship, and she's a great leader for her team out there, Team Restore. So I'm going to let her tell you where she lives and what she does.
All right. Thank you, Liz. My name is Jennifer Kendall. I live in Benton, Kentucky, which is extreme western Kentucky, and I'm very excited to be part of the coaching team here. Oils, like everybody else has said, has changed my life. So I went from a very bad state of health to now being completely off anything but doTERRA products, and I'm loving that. I'm excited about that. I want to share some information with you throughout camp, and I love DIY projects, so I like to incorporate uses of oils in daily life. So I look forward to that. My encouragement to you is stick with it. This is a bit of a time commitment, and we are so thankful that you made that commitment, and we hope that you'll stick with it to the end. You don't want to miss any of the information, but there's great information the last week of camp, just like there is at the first week of camp. So yes, ask questions, get involved. We're here for you, and we're just so thankful you're here with us on this journey.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
All of us has a story, a healing story that the oils changed something in our life, and that's why we are where we are, why we want to help you to have the same experience in your own lives and with your own families. We really love caring for other people. This is what God has put on our hearts to do, to share with you, and to be there for you, to support you and nurture our relationship as you're exploring ways to use the oil. So that second week of camp, as Jennifer alluded to, is a great week. It's personally my favorite week of oil camp. So I really hope you'll endure to the end. You'll miss so much if you drop out after that first week. So you're going to see just a few posts each day. There'll be some DIY projects and some fun things, recipes, all kinds of different things you can do with your oils, things you didn't even realize you could do. So get the most you can out of it. Invite someone to join us for the next time, because we do this every single month, the third Monday of the month. We go 12 months a year on this. So we're so thankful that you're giving the time to learn with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liz. Hello, everybody, and I am so excited to be one of your coaches for this oil camp to help you on your doTERRA journey. My doTERRA journey started about 2.5 years ago when Liz came to our home and did a class for us. And at that time, probably our major concern, the biggest concern we had, was our 22-year-old special needs daughter who has a rare chromosome abnormality. And at the time, she was dealing with some pretty strong anxiety and irritation. She was pretty healthy physically, but mentally and emotionally, she couldn't handle overstimulation, like in a restaurant or on a soccer field where there's a lot of people, a lot of noise, and she would get violent. She pulls hair, scratch, bite, all those kind of things. And we have a lot of people coming in and out of our home, so that was always an issue. So we went through, at one point in time, we went through a lot of drugs on the market, and none of them really helped her body. Her body responds the opposite of what a drug was supposed to help with. And so I got to a point right before Liz came to our home where I just took her off everything and said, we just have to keep her at home. We keep her in this box that we can't take her out of. And but Liz came and told us about this amazing oil called Serenity. And this has literally been life-changing for us, and especially for my daughter.
We can take her to restaurants now. We can take her to games and pretty much anywhere. We can take her as long as we have the serenity. The amazing thing, probably the most amazing thing, is her dental appointment that she has every year, and she goes under. It's so traumatic for her. And for the first time in 22 years, first time ever, they were able to get a blood pressure reading, a pulse, a urine sample, all because of the serenity. So when I said, if this oil can do this for my daughter, I want to know what all these other oils can do. So I dove into research and study. For the next year, my philosophy became, if anything came up, try the oils. If it doesn't work, then call the doctor. So, but we have not had to call the doctor in 2.5 years for any kind of sickness or things that came up in our home, because the oils have worked every time. It has been fantastic. So I am so excited for you as you are on your doTERRA journey, and as we are able to teach you. It's going to be an awesome time, so get your notebooks ready, and we'll see you soon.
Hi everyone. I know Liz promised you that you would meet a couple more coaches, and I'm one of the Jennifers that she told you about. I'm Jennifer Kendall, and I'm so glad to join you on this journey through Oil Camp these next 2 weeks. I'm glad that you decided to invest in your knowledge by participating. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself so you kind of know where I'm coming from and what brought me to doTERRA. I started having severe stomach problems about 10 years ago, and my digestive system just wasn't working the way that it should. It was not processing food in the way that it should be normally. And I was told, I was not given much hope for this condition. I was told that eventually I would have to have my stomach removed because of this, probably. There was just not much hope in any methods that they had. And so I tried traditional methods for several years and was not getting good results. I was still suffering from some degree of sickness just about every day, and it wasn't going well at all, and I was very limited in what I could eat. So I started looking into natural methods, and specifically essential oils and supplements, and found that there could be some hope there. And so in this time, I reconnected with my friend Liz, and I'm so thankful that Liz took the time to tell me about doTERRA and their supplements, their digestive support products, because that's exactly what I needed. I started taking the Lifelong Vitality supplements. I did the cleanse with GX Assist, PB Assist, Terrazyme, and I still use many of these products today along with Digestin to keep a healthy digestive tract. So those products are very near and dear to my heart. They completely changed my life, and I am so thankful for them. Now I can eat whatever I want with no discomfort. I have a healthy digestive tract, and I'm just so thankful that Liz introduced me to doTERRA, but also that we have these products available to us. So I'm very excited about that, but of course I use the oils for many other things, not just digestive things. I make home cleansers, home products, everything with them. I buy almost nothing commercial anymore. So there's so many uses. I'm excited for you to learn because it'll just change your life as well, I think, too, if you just dive in and apply this knowledge that you're going to be getting this week. I hope that you will give it your all, learn, participate, and just look forward to this journey with you.
Hi, my name is Deb Ecker, and I'm going to be one of your coaches for the next 2 weeks. I started in doTERRA about 2 years ago when my niece Lisa introduced them to me, and I think all of you know Lisa Mitchell. She had been using them for her daughter and told me she was having good success with that, so I went ahead and ordered the physician's kit, never having tried the oils at all. So anyways, I'm very glad I did. I enjoy using the oils. I use them for many different ailments that I have. My favorite is On Guard. I use this every day to help keep my immune system strong. I work with kids, and as you know, kids usually have runny noses or wiping their hands on their noses and touching everything else in sight. So I try to stay up on my On Guard to keep myself healthy. Another one is Digestin. I've been using that pretty much from the beginning. I've had stomach issues since I've been young, and I use Digestin when my stomach starts bothering me. And it has worked tremendously in keeping my stomach issues at bay. So I'm very thankful for the DigestSend. And another one of the products that I started using about a year ago is the LLV vitamins. I had been getting headaches about every 3 weeks, and they would last about 2 to 3 days, and nothing would help make these headaches go away. So anyways, after being on the vitamins for about 3 months, I noticed that I had not been getting the headaches. So that is a big plus for me. And I do still get a headache every now and then, but if I use the peppermint or the past tense, that usually will knock it out. So I hope you enjoy Oil Camp for the next 2 weeks. You will learn a lot and learn many new ways to use your oils. Thanks.
Hi, welcome to Oil Camp. My name is Allison and I'll be one of your coaches for the next 2 weeks. It was about 1.5 years ago when a friend of mine gave me a product called DigestSend. This was my miracle oil. I have an issue with breaking down complex carbohydrates, so for years when I would eat healthy foods, my body would react terribly to that and I would be in extreme pain. So I did not understand how 1 drop of an oil would bring me any kind of relief. So after a dinner one night, I was in so much pain, could barely walk up the stairs, and I didn't even know how to use this oil, except that I was supposed to put it on me. So I opened the little bottle and I applied 1 drop to my abdomen, and within 3 minutes, I experienced tremendous relief. I was very skeptical at first, and I figured it was just a coincidence, but because I liked the fragrance so much, I began to use it morning and night. And for 12 weeks straight, I was not experiencing any stomach discomfort while eating those foods that I had been eating in the past had given me a lot of pain. So even over those 12 weeks, while learning more about these products and researching all the scientific based evidence, because as a nurse that is so important to me, and I was finding other products that were helping me in different areas of my life that I would just chalk up to, well, this is my life. And while allowing my family and my friends and sharing them with people who were struggling with health issues, and I was finding that they were having the same promising results that I had had. So I have been with due diligence, studying everything that I can about the oils, and I'm at a place where now I'm able to help you as a coach during the next 2 weeks. So please, as you go through your day-to-day posts, if there's any questions that any of us coaches can help you with, please post away and enjoy these 2 weeks and get the most out of the Oil Camp that you can. Have a great time. Thank you.